People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. What I'm going to talk about today is thieves, criminals, politicians in high and low places. I am going to speak about two separate situations. A situation as it pertains to a sign that was built to welcome locals and tourists to Negril, Westmoreland. They label it as the Jam Iconic Experience sign, pretty much hype it up to make it fit the value of what they said they paid for said sign. People, based on information, facts, documentation, it is said that they spent $12 million Jamaican dollars or so for this sign, which you see on the screen. So people, if you look, the N in green, the E in yellow, the G in red, the R in green, yellow, I, L in a red. 6 letters make up Negril, Negril. So therefore, 12 divided by 6 equal 2 million. People, I don't know if this is coincidence or what, or my Obia just strong. Coincidentally, or so, I happened to send $7,000 to Jamaica the other day. I got just above $1 million. So therefore, $2 million per sign, Jamaican dollars, would be equivalent to 14,000 US dollars. So people, each of those letters that we see, the N, 14,000 US. Coincidentally, I just bought a car for somebody in Florida, a Honda Accord, used, pretty good shape, leather seat, all of the above. 14,000 and something, almost 15,000. So people, if you had a choice and you had 12 million Jamaican for spend, 14 times 6, you can get 6 under a card paid for the same price of 6 letters. Now people, like them say, it is called the Jam Iconic Experience sign. Pretty much what that is for them to justify the amount of sign, the amount of money that they spent on each letter, total signage. The cost includes, of course, putting up the sign, some block, some cement, landscaping and palm. People, the last time I checked, cement, not going to say it's cheap, but it's not that expensive. Those signs each letter does not equate to 14,000 US dollars each, times 6. 12 million Jamaican dollars. Now people, remember, this is not the first controversy as it pertains to signs. 2018, Montego Bay, right near the airport, Sangsters International Airport. They said they are going to put up a sign. The cost was $17 million. After the outrage of the public, it came down to $14 million. So what you think? Them get to it the first time, so therefore, if it's so nice, if it's so easy, let's do it twice. When you catch a fool, you use him. Now people, I am not going to say that the sign does not look good and it is not a welcoming sign when you reach a place. Me just say, we are not getting bang for the buck. However, the tourism minister, Mr. Edmund Bartlett, he tried to justify to say that, listen, this is a sense of pride. This is a sense of ownership. You feel warm. You feel welcome. True, we feel warm, we feel welcome, we just say. Who is doing the negotiation as it pertains to these signs? Obviously, these persons have no sorts of negotiating skills, or better yet, there is some sorts of kickback by the person that designed these signs, that whoever is granting these contracts, they are getting kickback more than likely. Because people, let's face it, that is how Jamaica works. However, we're not going to see the sign builder or the politician, whoever signed off on that contract, agree. They are going to deny, because we know in Jamaica, it's lie, and deny. Because the people them fool. So people, the moral of the story is that the tourism minister, the tourism enhancement board, they're trying to justify the action by saying, don't look at the price, look at the bigger picture. Look at the fact that when tourists come, they are going to want to stop, take pictures. Local, the same, not so much. And people, we don't have a problem with that. We're just saying, being that Jamaica is a third world country, considered a poor country, especially with bad management, we would just like to have seen that our people that manage their affairs, Jamaica's purse, taxpayers' money, would be a little bit more responsible. And people, this is a sure sign of negligence and incompetence. Blatant disregard for people money. Pretty much, them are squandered, them are floss out the money. Point blank and period. Now people, the next thing that is popping in the news is some controversy as it pertains to two trucks that was owned by Juicy Beef, Juicy Patty. These trucks were held full up of cows. These cows were stolen. It is said that at least 20 cows total. However, when the people realize the poor depend them push out a couple of the cows out of the truck. However, whole heap of cow, thieving cow. Now people, since then, the management of Juicy Beef has responded. The management of Juicy Beef said that their lawyers are handling it, so therefore they will have an official response sooner or later. People, it is going to be later or next never, trust me. So anyways, based on what the company representatives are saying, they said that they put an ad in some sort of newspaper for anybody that have cows for sale. It is said that somebody responded, so therefore they sent their workers. So people, these trucks were not used by 4 workers from Juicy Beef that got arrested in the bus. Juicy Beef sent these people to do some sorts of cow deal. Based on what they claim, when they reach to pick up the cows, put 20 cows in a tow truck, some residents start make some shout out and I say, a stolen cows. Of course, they are going to make it seem as if their workers were surprised. It is said that when the people them start bring down all sorts of farmer, the man that they contacted that was going to give them the cow for inspection, weigh the cow, and then pay the cash and move said cows, him run away. That is according to Juicy Beef. Him flee the scene. Needless to say, the poor intercepted the 2 truck them, arrested the 4 men in the Juicy truck with 4 Juicy Beef worker. People, how that story sounds to you, if you have an iota of sense, you would know that this does not make any sorts of sense. Now people, here is the thing. Based on the information that I got, it is said that Juicy Beef is owned by Jokey Chin, who happens to be a relative of our security minister, Dr. Horace Chang. So therefore, you know, say, even if them guilty, or them a lie, or them in a denial, nothing now gonna come out of it. Somebody will get some sorts of payoff under the table. This is not going to see or go past the DPP, Paula Llewellyn. It is going to be swept under the rug. Sooner or later, or even if it goes to court, they are going to beat it on some sorts of technicality. Not saying that they are guilty, but just I say, it sounds suspicious. Now people, as a reasonable thinking person, as a big corporation, maybe the biggest party dealer in Jamaica right now, don't they have sources in which them buy cow from to make beef patty? I did not know that these big corporations in Jamaica were doing deals on the street, like them a sell crack, or them a hustle some sorts of contraband, some sort of weed, some sort of drugs. I don't understand how a supposedly reputable company such as Juicy Beef would be doing business on the road where police pull up, cow push out a truck, dealer or salesman runway, and 4 employees get arrested. People, do you think that this could actually happen in any other place other than Jamaica? People, yes, but not necessarily in a lot of places. Jamaica is probably the only place that is like a Netflix series. But people, here is the reality of Jamaica. A lot of these businesses, they are no different than the common thief. I'm not saying that Juicy Beef is guilty of anything, not saying that they are not. A lot of these companies are nothing but fences for criminals. They buy stuff and then sell it back to the consumer at the exorbitant prices. Because people, when we look on the price of patty and then them get entangled, mix up in a thief in cow, cow equals beef, beef equal meat for the patty, even though if you check the statistics, if there's 5% of beef in each patty, there's a whole lot. It is a whole bunch of lard, a whole bunch of fat, very little meat content. So just imagine how much 20 cows could stretch, maybe for the whole year worth of beef patty or Juicy Beef. People, this is not scientific evidence, me just say. So people, I am saying this to say that a lot of these establishments in Jamaica, including some of these big supermarkets, they are buying products on the black market that are bootleg, and then they are selling them in their fine establishment at these high prices, even though it is inferior product. So therefore, SHITTY product for good money. People, this is nothing strange. It is more the norm rather than the exception, point blank and period. Now people, like me say, I understand that you have choices in who you watch. If you like news, no sorts of gimmick, straightforward news to the point, voice note videos, no sorts of gimmicks, show your appreciation by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Bless up.